Do you feel lost? Lacking direction? Do you have a historical source and you don't know how useful it is? Well, worry no more. You need the COP formula. Firstly, consider content. What can you learn from the source that makes it useful? For example, from this image, we learn that evacuation was carried out by train and that lots of the children were very young. Secondly, consider origin. Whose opinion is the source useful in providing? Maybe it's a historian with the benefit of hindsight. Maybe it's the opinion of the government at the time. Maybe the opinion is representative of a certain group of people in a past society. Maybe it's government propaganda and the opinion they wanted people to believe. In this case, the picture published by the BBC in 1939 was published to help spread the opinion that evacuation was well organised and painless. Finally, consider purpose. What is the purpose of the source? How far does this reduce utility, and why does this reduce utility? A historian is likely to have credibility. A party in opposition may be likely to exaggerate the problems with governmental policy. A dictator may want to indoctrinate its people with certain viewpoints, whilst a company may highlight certain benefits in order to sell their products. This photograph was very likely to have been published to convince mothers to evacuate their children and not to keep them in the cities, and thus is very unlikely to portray any negative experiences. Of course, the level of usefulness depends on the question asked. This source has a degree of usefulness in showing certain parts of the evacuation process, but is less useful in telling us whether evacuees enjoyed the process. Remember, COP, to help decide the level of utility of a historical source.
Created using Powtoon.